Hi Kathy, thanks so much for joining us here today on Be The Drop. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thanks so much, Millie. Yeah, it's amazing. I've never even been here. I'm a local and here you are all the way from Adelaide.
Wow,
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's nice that it's brought us here together.
Yeah, most definitely.
I see you've brought in your item of significance which connects you and your community, and I'd love for you to share me the story.
Sure. So will I show you those? So they're our thongs, that, or flip-flops as they're called internationally. And with this, it's basically a vehicle to create impact for children and families living in poverty. And I wanted to create the impact through, a business model that could give back. And so was like, well, what can I do to do that? I need to raise funds. And so I came up with this product which leaves positive messages in the sand. So you can see there's different ones, like that one leaves a message of grateful. And they leave these messages in the sand, and then for every pair that we sell, we put a pair of shoes on a child living in poverty. Because in India, where we're supporting, a lot of the children can't go to school without shoes because of the healthcare issues. They're walking over rubbish and all sorts of nasty things, and so the schools won't allow them to attend for fear of spreading disease. So I'm very connected into this particular item because it's our vehicle to tell the story of these forgotten children and to give them an opportunity to go to school and change their lives.
So you have a really passionate community with desire to make a difference. How do you unite that community together to really help them in realising that desire?
Look, I think there's a number of ways. I mean, I built the business on the back of social media. I had no idea what social media was, and I started a Facebook page, and I didn't even have the product. I didn't even have any idea what I was doing. I just knew that I needed to start connecting with people. And so I built a community out of sharing my thoughts about things, a lot of affirmations, a lot of mantras, which have always been really important in my life. And very quickly people were responding from all over the globe and, telling me quite intimate things about themselves, telling me that I was inspiring them. And so I used that as my vehicle to establish community. And then by the time we actually knew what I was doing and I had a product, I had a very captive audience.
Have you ever experienced any negativity within your community, and how do you handle that?
Look, the only negativity I've received has not been within our community, it's come from outside, and and that was around, well, why are you giving shoes? Why aren't you doing more? And my response has always been the same. It's like the shoes, you don't really get it if you're saying that to us. The shoes people do need sometimes a bit of a helping hand, but really what we're trying to do at the end of the day to make the maximum impact is about the access to education. And when we're dealing with such abject poverty, we can't just change everything overnight. It's small steps. And so, and it was really interesting when we've had a few comments like that. The community, I didn't even have to answer that. The community responded for me.
So it's been absolutely wonderful talking with you, Kathy. Could you conclude for us by sharing your Be The Drop tip?
You can get so passionate and worked up, and when things don't go your way, you can get frustrated and annoyed, and those can be real stumbling blocks, can't they? So learning to let go and going, okay, trust that everything is going to work out. It may not be the way I want it to be, but if I trust myself and believe in myself, then it's going to be fine.
Fabulous. Thanks so much, Kathy. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, and I just love what you're doing. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
Great.